Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here on a glorious spring afternoon. Wanted to kind of check in a little bit and see how everybody's doing, let you know how I've been doing, and that kind of thing. Haven't checked in, I think, since fall, maybe October, Vlogtober, if you will. Working today out at the bar where I've been doing a regular Saturday bartending shift for a few months now, maybe 6 months or so. Was never really much of a bar person my whole life. Never really spent a lot of time at the bar. And this past summer, when some life changes thrust themselves upon me, I started getting out of the house a little more, trying to become more engaged in my local community. Not a very big community, so it was very easy to bounce around and find a spot that I liked and kind of become a regular. And over the time of becoming a regular, realizing that, hey, maybe I should give this profession a try. Something I've always been interested in, and certainly never had the chance to try my hand at it. It's something that uses a lot of the same skills I've built up over the years, playing music, being on YouTube, sharing times with folks, being jovial, being communicative, trying to interact with folks on a positive level. And that's part of why I kind of wanted to reach out today to YouTube to interact a little bit on a positive level. This last summer, like I say, some life changes occurred in my world that haven't fully resolved yet, so I won't fully go into them. But it did get me out of my isolationist state, get me away from the mad science lab, if you will, and ultimately kind of led to me not being on YouTube as much, not just as a creator, but also as a viewer. Haven't been watching a lot of YouTube, haven't been interacting in the comments quite a bit, haven't been checking up on a lot of our same YouTube friends. So it's been a very interesting time for me in that aspect, to say the least. So I did get out in the world a little bit, did play a couple of shows, continuing the music. As you can tell, I did punch the card a little bit on playing some songs. So far this winter, haven't done much this spring, have some more that I want to share. Maybe some new ones. I don't know if the new ones are ready yet. But as I mentioned in Vlogtober, there's a lot of new content on the way. And I think, much like I did with Layers, and as I did with Etchings in 2019, I'd like to kind of get this content solidified before I go about sharing it with the whole world. But today, while I had a few seconds, wanted to share a pipe and check in with everybody here while I'm on a nice little break, while the bar is slow. Begin my evening. 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me here, and I go to 2 in the morning. So it ends up being quite a long day, quite a full day, if you will, on my regular day off from my regular job. Something a little extra. Just kind of check in and provide an update for y'all about what old Catfish is up to these days. This is a lot of it, and a lot of thinking about the next record. Some ideas in mind for album titles, some song titles that are no further than song titles, some chord progressions, some lyrical stubs, all things that I think will culminate as the year goes on into a fabulous offering of new music from Catfish Jones. And some other stuff going on. I haven't done any painting since the end of last year, and I've got a lot of ideas, but a lot of these I'm trying to... Well, the thing with me is, when I paint, I try to envision the whole thing in my mind before I ever start with the brush on canvas. And a lot of the ideas I have right now are barely ideas. I don't have the full vision, I don't have the full color palette in mind as to what I want to do. So as the season progresses, maybe by the end of spring, maybe come summer, I will be able to put some of these on canvas and begin my tiny painting series. Have some other YouTube ideas as well. But I just don't make it down to the Mad Science Lab as much anymore. And when I do, I don't usually get on the YouTube and check it out. See some things from my phone from time to time. Been doing a lot of my uploading from my phone and checking in with people on my phone. But my goal throughout spring is to check in a little more. To check in the comment section of your guys' videos. Check in when you comment on my videos. And all in all, try to reconnect with the internet. So, this has kind of been a little bit of a spring update while I'm on a break from my bar job and ready to start a new season of new life springing from the earth. I can see little buds on all the trees. It's a glorious spring afternoon, and I'm excited to share the future with all of you. Until I see you again, be well, and cheers.